What's good, family? My brethren. Man, I want to talk to y'all about this video that many of you have seen with this black chick, I think with this Indian dude, and she was going to, he was taking her on a date, and she was basically doing the BAW, black American woman thing, being strong and independent. And I'm gonna kind of chop up some different points of views and perspectives that I got from this video. And when I saw it, I was like, man, this is funny. And, because it's so many things, let's just go. It's so many things to look at this in perspective, to look at this as. And I'm going to come with a spiritual perspective real quick. And one of the scriptures that came to my mind is what it says, that thy lover shall despise thee. And when you look at the BAW, she is known as basically community booty, community property. As you see in this video, she's with an Indian dude or Arab or whatever he is. And the BAW has made it, the black American woman specifically has made it absolutely 100% clear that she has zero respect for us as black men. She don't care nothing about no black unity and all of this. From the 60s, she's been the face of feminism, the face of whoredom. Well, more recently, I would say she is the when you think of feminist, independent, strong woman, you have to you especially with world star hip hop and her exposing herself, whether she's twerking on tombstones, twerking naked, or twerking in front of the police, or twerking in the meat section, or the milk produce section of Walmart, or fighting in the streets. She is an absolute self-exposed. The reason I say self-exposed, it ain't like men are just going around and, searching for these videos. She putting these type of videos up on her own, exposing herself, dude. So, yes, you have the feminist white woman. Yes, you have other races of women, but nobody does it like the BAW. And it's very sad, but I believe now, man, the chickens have come home to roost. Because you have it's like parallel. I'm going to draw the parallel here. Just as America is being exposed for many of the things it does, and has done, and how weak it is, and how the other countries and nations are looking at America as weak, and looking and really despising in real life, getting more bold and despising America. Once you look at this from a global perspective, many of them have dropped the dollar, the petrodollar. That's ballsy. And they are despising America. They're despising many things in the skirt of America, is being exposed. So, like somebody lifting up the skirt. And let me see. And so parallel wise, you see in the BAW exposing herself and becoming naked. It's kind of like let me see. It's kind of like for a long period of time, the BAW has kind of been like that retarded, well, I don't like to say retarded, but mentally ill, when somebody's like mentally ill and they just kind of do stuff, they might be walking with their guardian or parent and in the store and then they start yelling, and stuff like, mentally ill. I ain't making no jokes or nothing, but that's, they make erratic movements and sounds and stuff. And it'd be like, well, that's just, he's slow, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how the world been putting up with the BAW's degeneracy. They be like, well, it's the BAW, just let her do her thing, whether it's fighting in the streets or whether it's being loud where you can hear her 2 blocks away, or whether it's her cussing out her kid throughout the store, or smacking the crap out of her son in the store, or, twerking on meat section and twerking on tombstones or twerking and shaking her funky butt on in Ghana on a slave port to give honor to their ancestors. No matter what kind of degenerate, everybody just kind of, it's BAW being a BAW, they kind of parallel that to, it's retarded, they just do that. This is what they do. And so now people are openly despising this. And it's cool to see, even though she up here with some other race of dude, we all know that she's community property. And when I see it, I still don't like it, with her with other races, because she's supposed. Now, this is the other thing. Seen the video, and it's a part of this book where this black woman was talking about how that, well, y'all know that when we with the other races of men, we can't carry on and with all that sister girl, basically neck rolling. She was basically verbalized it. She was basically saying we can't do the same stuff we do with black. No, she ain't basically say that. She absolutely said that we can't do the same things that we do with black men and with the attitude and all that when we with other men, white men, Asian, Arab, and all that. We got to put that to the side. And so the broad knows what she has been doing to us and knows how she's been treating the men of her own race. And now this video is very cool because it ain't just no black dude getting disrespected. It's like an Indian dude or something, whatever he Arab. And even the other races that she whores around with is despising her now. And this is a great video of her exposing herself. Y'all see what I mean? And so I look at this, man, in multiple ways, man. It's really a really good teaching tool. That here you have the most feminist woman, the BAW, and she is exposing herself to pride, to arrogance. And I was like, man, this is a skit or something. And I'm like, I'm like, man, nah, this seemed authentic, man, because the acting was so seamless, and we've seen BAWs act like this consistently. You just don't usually see it on live. I don't usually see it on live stream, but it'll probably be another video. But this right here is an expose. She's been comfortable being a degenerate, 304 in America, doing whatever she want to do and exposing herself. But now this video has gotten a lot of backlash, and I appreciate what we do in the manosphere, the black manosphere, black brothers. And that's something I was thinking. This is why a lot of brothers don't even want to deal with black American women no more. And it's just a video of her exposing herself. You know what I mean? And you get to see the work. You get to see the catalog, whether it be all these World Star Hip Hop videos, or all these TikTok videos, or all these YouTube videos of her purposefully exposing herself, whether it's fighting in a freaking restaurant because they ain't got no more chicken wings or fries, or he gave you the wrong change, so you jump over the counter and start fighting a dude, then get beat down by that one at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Just this open degeneracy, which is parallel to America, the open degeneracy that's pushed. And now the world, represented by the Indian dude, now the world, nations of the world are tired of this whore, America, and tired parallel of this whore, BAW. You understand me? And so, and I was thinking about like passport bros. This is why a lot of brothers like, you know what? I'm done with that. And I taught my sons to be passport, not specifically this name passport bro, to be a brother with a passport and get the heck away from these people. You know what I mean? The BAW has no respect. She's the only thing that can change this broad is like a purge or something, man. She's too comfortable. She's too at ease. And she mentally kind of like the retarded, in a way, like the retarded kid that don't even realize they doing nothing wrong until it backfired. And that's what happened in this video. So it was funny how she changed up, you know what I mean, at the end of the video. It's a really good video. Good teaching tool, man. But let me read a couple of scriptures right here. It says and this is in the book of Nahum and 4, it says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the BAW has been a well-favored 304. And also America has been a well-favored. This is talking about America here. Babylon, Nineveh, same thing. The mistress of witchcrafts, which is all that makeup, witchcraft. Yeah, sorcery would be like potions and all that, drugs and pharmakia. Witchcraft would be stuff they put on their face and deception and stuff like that, makeup and stuff. But anyways, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith Yah, the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts. So God will uncover the skirts or the nakedness of America upon thy face, and as well as a woman, which the symbol of America, one of the symbols of America is what? The Statue of Liberty, liberation, feminism, freedom for women. Y'all seen the parallels? And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. So the nations in this particular, when you parallel it, the nations is represented by this Indian dude exposing she's, exposing her nakedness to the, her naked nature, if you will, to the world. And is paralleled by she here with her lover or her John or trick that she getting, free dinner date from and stuff. And she getting that's basically one of her lovers. Pay the right price, he get a slice, you know what I mean? So she been exposed. So when you get back to this video, the nakedness of the BAW's internal degenerate mind state is being exposed to the world through this one video. I find it significant, and many dudes find this video significant because it's like, so let's go and chop up this slice of the specific video. Number one, it's so many levels of disrespect that go on in this video, and it's a very good teaching tool. So this is a type of dude, the Indian guy is like kind of like a nice dude. When when I look at a video, remember it, he's a gentleman. And so women, and like I said, man, women's like leeches and mosquitoes. They know, they can read men. They can read where the blood is. They can read the pulse, so to speak. So the pulse that she read of this dude, that he's a sucker, a simp, a lame, and how am I going to abuse this dude, basically, right? That's abuse, man. When you really look at it, that's a big, So I'll tell you, for y'all that haven't watched the video. So number one, that's abusing your time, bro. That's like a mental manipulation. That's mental abuse, mental manipulation technique. Number one, she tried to be late. She was an hour late for the date. So then when he outside of her house, she didn't even acknowledge him, and for like an hour. So number one, she disrespected him before the date even started by being late, you know what I mean, and not even communicating with this dude. But he's a simp. So you see the combination of the simp mixed with the Jezebel harlot, you know what I mean? And this is these type of dudes. Well, I give him credit at the end. He grabbed his testicles, you understand me, and said, you know what, I had enough. But in general, these are the type of dudes that fuel the arrogancy of these 304s. These are why these women are so proud. This is why she's proud enough to record the date. That's the second point of disrespect. She recording the date on live stream. Dude, like the first disrespect level, like you late. Like, you know what, I'm coming over. Like, yo, bro, bro, even if the woman like you, bro, you don't even have to do all this dating stuff. Like, what I mean, going on high-end dates or even take her anywhere. She like you, it's Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? Just going to the park or meet her at the mall. Coffee date is cool, man, just sit around, talk to the broad. That's if she actually like you. But if she don't like you, you know what I mean, then she gonna try to put you, she gonna be like, well, I gotta well, these, I gotta use this nigga, basically use and abuse this dude. But she don't do that for the guy that she actually values. She gonna try to break him too. You know what I mean? Because women in this society be trying to, it's female nature to try to test you, you know what I mean? But the feminists try to break you. So she was trying to break this dude's spirit and abuse this man. That's abuse. And she abused this dude. Number one, disrespecting him, try to break him down. It's just the game, you know what I mean, that they play. The Jezebel plays. And so I'm going to make him wait an hour. You know what time. So then number two, number 2 point of disrespect, she recording the video. That's like, you don't record me doing nothing unless I tell you, you know what I mean? Unless you got my permission. Who, like, but see, she knew that he was weak, you know what I mean, for her. But a dude that got options like that, she gonna be like on her best behavior. But the BAW ain't really good at keeping, being kind of demure and being discreet and stuff. She can't hold that up for too long. You know what I mean? That's an act for the most of them. The most of them is not feminine and, passive and, they're not like that. So that's a lot of time that'd be an act because they waiting for an opportunity to run their fat mouth. You understand me? And they waiting, especially with the Black American man, they waiting for an opportunity to chop at your knees and emasculate you. Because that's what they've been doing all the rest of it, all these simps that have been doing. So the simp is the one who empower her to have this boldness, whether it's a in and out of jail, Pookie, Ray Ray, throwaway tampon thug simp dude that she gonna use to fight this other dude to delete him, or whether it's simps and tricks hitting her up on Instagram or all these other social media sites or dating sites. She had these simps fueled the Jezebel combined with the Ahab simp combination. This is what empowers her. These are her parishioners. She is the god to these dudes, and they are her followers. And these dudes empower her. And this dude in this video was on the track to be another simp that empowers and emboldens this Jezebel. And so what ended up happening, that's the second point of disrespect. Then the third point of disrespect. These are, man, bro, I mean, you can get caught slipping, but my antenna, my Jezebel antenna is high when you're around, certain, when you're around these women, man, you gotta have because it's always a battle for the most part when you're dealing with a lot of American women, which primarily the majority are feminists. You know what I mean? It's always like you got to keep your wits about you. Think quick, you know what I mean? Because it'd be a battle of emasculation verbiage, and you got to keep your antenna on when you're interacting with these savages, because they always being quick-witted and trying to break your confidence and stuff like that. Little conversation. It's like automatic. They're not feminine. They're not accommodating. This is why a lot of brothers is so-called passport bros, because you got to deal. This is the best that's offered to us. And this woman, yeah, she was, forget looks, man. She was a decent looking broad, but I hate the stupid braids. I hate the fake hair. I hate that. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. She was all right looking broad. But it ain't about just no looks. It's about the attitude of the broad. It's a proud, entitled Jezebel attitude. You know what I mean? That's repulsive. And probably majority, especially majority of BAWs I've personally ever met in my entire life in this place have that kind of attitude. And whether it's not overt, whether it's covert, you know what I mean? Or whether, you know what I mean? It's really, it's like that Willie Lynch joint, man. It's just in them. It's in them to be disrespectful, man. They didn't have no father a lot of times. Or they had any dude that was in their life that their mom brought into their life was just pounding their mom for a night or a month or whatever. In between, dude, you know what I mean? That's basically what they seen. They don't, they don't respect their father because if they know him, they don't respect him because their mom didn't respect him when she was raised not to respect their father. The ones that do have a father, hey, man, even those, man, because of the thick culture of America, of the feminists and the combativeness. It's a lot. It is in the women, and it's socialized into them. When you look at movies, when you listen to the freaking music, man, TV shows. That's why I only watch a lot of movies, and you even see it in movies and cartoon movies and kids movies where the woman is defiant and strong. It's just in, the ball busting of men and the emasculation and the mental abuse of men is in the culture. It's thick here. Y'all see what I mean? So this is why a lot of brothers like passport bros. But see, that's another thing I want to say. When I thought about it, I say ain't nobody really cared about, white dudes going, or, basically white dudes going from America, traveling and going to get an Asian wife and staying over there. And, ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with it. But when black men start doing it, now it's a movement, passport bros, right? And then now it's like, oh, yeah, black men are doing it. Now, that shows me the power of what we do, the power of what we as black American men say has leverage and has power. And I'm thankful for the black part of the manosphere. We have a big voice, even though we have a big voice and we have, power and influence. Now you got white dudes call themselves passport bros. No, it's passport bros. My brother, my homie, what up, cuz? Brothers. But they, how they try to do. Whether it's, they've been stealing our stuff since we've been here, man. You know what I mean? Since we came up with peanut butter, we came up with, the refrigerator, or, refrigerator unit and the air conditioning. Well, let's commandeer that and call it our own, you know what I mean? Now we got passport bros. Well, I'm a passport bro too. Yeah, nah, yeah. You know what I mean? But that's a side note, you know what I mean? But when a black man do something, I got weight to it. So don't ever look at it like you're irrelevant and stuff, man. We're very, very relevant. But so let's get back to the first level of disrespect. Number one, she late for the date, and abuse, mental abuse, also known as female game. Number two, she broke the code because when she dealing with white men and non-black men, she's supposed to be feminine and put on an act, but she broke that code, right? So this is a video of her self-expose of her exposing herself as a complete idiot. And this is what black American men put up with all the time. You know what I mean? So brothers that got common sense and self-worth will not put up with none of this. Yesterday it was a decent looking black chick, kept giving me eye contact, but I already know the road. Just because, like I said before, just because a woman like you sexually, it's about how is her mind wired. Is she going to be feminine? You know what I mean? Is she going to follow your instructions and make your life easier? The majority of these women, they ain't built to be wives. They built to be, pass-arounds. They socialized to be just pass-arounds. So, yeah, she was choosing. Well, she choosing, oh, you're alpha. No, alpha, beta, simple, kappa, whatever. I'm a man. You know what I mean? I'm a confident man. I believe in myself. You know what I mean? And I value myself. I value my time. I value my energy. I value my peace. You understand me? And if I perceive just because some woman choosing up on me or liking me doesn't mean that you have to evaluate everything. Look at her personality. Look at history of BAWs. You already know if she choosing up on you, it's American BAW, excuse me, that she pretty much 95, 100% of the time gonna have that feminist tinge to her. No matter how feminine she is, it's just the culture. I ain't putting up with no woman disrespecting me. You know what I mean? So, and eventually it's going to flare up. She going to say something out of pocket. You got to check her. And I'm like, nah, that's too much work, bro. Yeah, women in general are going to try to test you and all of this, but the BAW do that ultra regularly. And any femininity that she brings to the table often is like fake, or either because she like you, right, or sexually like you, she like she be in line for a period of time, but it's like she looking for like a mosquito, looking for a weak spot to strike, or looking for a play. You know what I mean? She waiting to see kind of like where she can be feminine and stuff for a period of time, but she's looking for a place of weakness, you know what I mean? And an open door so that she can strike with her emasculation hammer, you know what I mean? Emasculating hammer and break you and abuse you. Man, dealing with PAWs is like, it is war. Like, it is a mental and emotional war. When you deal with American women, you're dealing with somebody who's literally socialized and built to be your adversary, literally. You know, when you look at the Willie Lynch letter, you look at how the society is built, she's literally built to be the enemy that's laying next to you, literally. It's very sad, man. A lot of black men, we don't have no, you look at the Asian dude, y'all got a comfortable, okay, comfortable little compact Asian chick. You look at the Arab dude, this woman primarily in pocket. The white dude, his woman pretty much ruled him, man, because he done created a society. I don't know what these dudes in, like, they like self-emasculation and all, self-being. They like it when they woman dominate them. I don't resonate with that, man, which is why I don't resonate with American culture. It's like, why would you create a culture where you put your woman above you? Like, that ain't make no sense. And so because we honor these people in the society, that's why we dealing with all of these degenerate things, because they have built a degenerate society umbrella. So now we are under the umbrella. Yes, and yeah, so this is the culture of America. With Greek society, Romans, it was some Roman, I think it was Roman or Greek philosopher who was talking about, if we make women our equals, we will make them our superiors or something similar to that. So that's what I think he was talking about. Even this is what, hundreds or thousands of years when the Romans was in, I think it was the Romans or the Greeks, I forgot, man. Some philosopher, I read the philosophy. So you make them your superiors when you make women your equal, because number one, well, let me do that and I'll get back to the guy and the black woman trader chick. But when you make women your equals, they should have the right to vote. They should have this. They should have superior this. They should have that and this. Well, then what you do is now you put the woman, you make it like you make the society in such a, in other words, if you empower women, you're going to make, they outnumber men. So then the politicians are going to try to get the vote and cater to the women. And now when you make them equal to men, they're going to have equal power to men. And why would you do that? Why would you empower your women? That's stupid. Why would you? They're not meant to be in power. They're meant to be underneath a man. But the white culture is, they set it up like that. I'm being racist. Just look at Rome. Look at how it fell. You know what I mean? Failed through basically, a lot of different wars, but how it failed morally and internally and stuff is by the degeneration of the family unit and stuff. Not to the American standard and degree, but anyways. So what you're looking at when you see this video of the black woman with the Indian dude in the car, you're seeing a culture, you're seeing kind of the result of a culture that has over-empowered females and given them leeway with zero repercussions, right? So in a culture that women don't have to compete, and that's what you're basically seeing. You got women who are walking around proud because, and I was just thought about this too, man. I was like, there's more women in this culture than men, so why would men be so desperate? And I said, well, when you look at it, the obesity epidemic in America causes a lot. So now there's probably, I forgot the numbers, but it's a heavy number of American women who are overweight, especially in our community. It's like, I think it's like 70% of the women is obese or overweight. So that means that the smaller percentage of in shape, height, weight proportionate women, young, fresh, and good looking, is so small. But in general in America, not just in our community, but it's heavier in our community. Heavier. Pun intended, heavier. But it's heavier in our community because It's just more women that's overweight, you know, shower cap wearing, broad shoulder shaquandas, you know what I mean, with you know, badly built shaquandas and shanquishas with shower caps on, you know what I mean, going out mammies. Yeah, I even seen this mammy looking chick talking about she was a model, and she was talking about she only deal with dudes that pay. I'm like, look at this, bro. This is I forget, she came on YouTube a while ago, and she was just proud, man. Some big fat mammy chick with a shower cap on, with a dry lips and a slight mustache, a slight stash. And I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, is this a dude? She talking about maybe she is like a BBW model or something, man. But I don't know, man. But the point is that you could even walk around proud, because dudes hitting you up. Man, social media and dating apps and this stuff has really made women so proud, bro. And combined with the desperate simps who, because there's a small number of in shape chicks, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if the majority of what you are beholding is overweight chicks, your standards become lowered. And the women who are in shape, they gonna have super duper hella super ultra options. You see what I mean? And so there's more competition for the few. So yes, there's more women than there are men and stuff, but there's fewer in shape women that look good. You see what I mean? And so men become more desperate because of that obesity factor. You know what I mean? So like in Colombia, man, like I said, man, I seen women who was just 6s and 7s, good looking, in the freaking toilet, cleaning toilets in the janitors. You know what I mean? Working at McDonald's and cleaning, cleaning up. I'm like, dang. Even this one McDonald's here, I went to, it was a Venezuelan chick. I tried to communicate with her, a little Spanish I do know. And I was like, man, this chick, she had a different vibe. I didn't know when I first seen her. I was like, her vibe or energy was different. I was like, man, I was like, hola, ¿cómo estás, amiga? You know, she was like, oh, bien, you too, you know. I was like, oh, yeah, see, blah, blah, blah. And then I started, and I was like, oh, shit, I need to get the translator out for the rest of it. Basically, I found out she was married or had a man. I was like, oh, shoot, yeah, no problema, you know. And that was basically it. But basically, that was the end of the interaction. I still, when I go in there, hola, you know, buenos dias. But, you know, after you find out she got a man, you back off, man, out of respect. So, but my point is, when I was seeing her, I was like, man, she look good. And she vibrant, and she got a different vibe. But she was Hispanic, like the other Hispanic chicks working at the McDonald's, but they was like localized. They seen that they've been here for a while. My point is, but she looked good. Big butt, and, you know what I mean? But good energy. That's how it was in Colombia more so, bro. All over the place. Like, it was weird. It was a Twilight Zone. But when you come back to America, the majority of women is fat, and they don't, you know. And so what I'm saying, that's what. So anyway, that's my point about why I like one of the factors that create these simps. The single mother homes create these simps. Man, the music, movies, man. This is a woman's heaven, man. This is a woman's heaven. America is a woman's heaven, bro. It's hell for men, bro. You need to level up. You need to hit the gym. You know what I mean? These are all factors that you should do anyways to improve yourself, absolutely. But why is it that a regular dude in Brazil, or a regular broke or average dude in Colombia, or a regular average broke dude in the Philippines can still get a decent quality female? I ain't gonna say super broke and stuff, but working at a regular average job here, like just average dude can get. I was talking to this Indian dude, this African dude a couple of days ago. And what was we talking about, man? We was just talking about travel. He had a different vibe, and I was vibing with him. You know what I mean? And he was talking about what was he saying? He was saying I forgot one specific country he was talking about, but basically he was talking about Ethiopia. he wasn't from there. He was from like Tanzania. Where was he from? But anyways, he was talking about how the different places. See, that's why I love talking to travel brothers. But he was talking about the different places. He said, here in America, the women are not respectful. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, I said, nah, they not raised to respect. It was very, very, very refreshing talking to an African dude who travels and stuff. And he here in America make this money, but then he talking about going back to his own country, buying land for the super cheap, building a house for the super cheap. And he married to a non-black woman, you know what I mean? So he was talking about women here in America don't respect you and stuff. They're not respectable. And he was like, in my country, women are way more respectable. You know what I mean? And stuff. I'm like, yeah, man. But it was very refreshing talking to this dude. Let's see. Yeah, he was talking about the same thing from country to country that he's experienced. But he said more in Ethiopia, it was like, very good looking women. Ugly or regular average dudes. Very, very good looking women. Regular or average or ugly men. So it's the same process, whether it's in Colombia. Regular dudes getting good looking women regularly that men in America would like worship. These dudes treat them like so-called crap. They treat the women in their own country regular or disposable. But like I said, America is heaven for women. Take that same one. So like, say for example, down here, say in Brazil, you got a regular average Brazilian dude, good looking Brazilian chick. But pick that same chick up, take her and pick her, let's call her Leticia. Take Leticia, pick her up, put her in America. Boo! Status, absolutely. Beauty standards is so beyond, like I said, with that Venezuelan chick, she way better than the majority of chicks that was already at the job. You take Leticia, pick her up, put her in America. Man, come on, bro. This is heaven for women. She gonna be hit up. Dude's gonna be hitting her up. Oh, yeah, what's up, show? She gonna get all kinds of attention that she wasn't getting in Brazil. Why? Because in Brazil, she gotta compete. Here in America, she ain't got to compete, bro. She could be a fat, dry-lipped mammy talking about she a 10. Well, Leticia is a 7 or 8, an international 7 or 8, who literally is beautiful. Pick Leticia up, put her in America. That's why women love America. Higher income dudes, softer, cushier dudes than the men in their own country. And so you take, let's say that her boyfriend is Raul, Leticia and Raul. Raul, Brazilian dude, pick him up, drop him in America. Raul is a nobody. Raul's a nobody, man. He's like, I have to get back to my own country for status increase. Y'all see what I'm saying? So this stuff is cultural, man. The majority of stuff, the problems that we deal with, man, dealing with these bras is cultural, man. These women is, it's a culture, man. It ain't just you gotta lift your weights. Raul's a regular in shape dude, but here in America, he's a nobody. In his own country, you know what I mean? He might have 2 or 3 good looking women. They look like Leticia. Power of location, man. And in this location of America, back to the original, video with this Indian dude and a black chick. In this video, in this culture, you have these overinflated feminist women who believe that they doo-doo don't stink. Why? Because they got you got simps that literally drink their dirty bath water. You understand? Literally. Gosh, bro. So they literally worshiping these women because of perceived lack of options and because of cultural conditioning. It's really hard to overcome that, man, other than removing yourself from the location. I'm just a stubborn dude and I've seen different, right? But sheesh, man, I need a recharge, bro. So hopefully a couple of things go correct, man. I'm out of this whore. But yeah, so let's go back to the levels of disrespect. Number 1, she disrespected him by being an hour late. Number 2, these are all the ways that she's trying to emasculate and abuse the man. Number 2, she's recording the video interaction. She's recording and live streaming the date. Number 3, the bitch didn't. He was going to. So she was complaining that she was being taken to the Cheesecake Factory, and she's too beautiful to be taken to the Cheesecake Factory, right? So, number 3, this whore decides how she dressed, titties hanging, right? She is deciding that I'm not gonna. When he tries to open the door to, be the gentleman, I am looked at as a a-hole, which that's okay. I would rather be perceived as a a-hole as opposed to I would rather be perceived as a selfish a-hole, which I am perceived as. But actually, I'm not super selfish. I'm partially selfish because I am selfless because I care about other people. But if people perceive me as a selfish a-hole, I would rather be that as opposed to a gentle man. I am a gentleman too. I'm a very nice dude. But I don't take crap. You know what I mean? But you ain't gotta be going. Oh, I'm strong. I'm a tough guy. Nah, I know how to maneuver here, maneuver there. But I would rather be perceived as a selfish a-hole as opposed to a gentle man that she can run over and be an hour late for the date. You an hour late? Okay, bye. I walked off of the date years ago, and this chick, I don't know, it was like I had thought, I don't know, I was kind of young. Yeah. Well, basically what ended up happening is that it was with this chick, and she was entitled, and she believed that I'm supposed to pay for the date. And I'm like, wait a minute, nah, that was back when I didn't even perceive. I just thought automatically she was going to pay and I'll pay mine and whatever. I didn't even think about who going to pay because I had been dealing with women and they usually I don't even really even go on dates like that. It'd be like, oh, we meet up here, we meet up there, we sit around talk because they actually liked me. This chick, she liked me, but she was trying to, it was like a thing of how much can she get me to pay. So we was just sitting back, having a drink, you know what I mean? And let me see, she wanted me to pay for the drink. So I was like, oh, that's the game she running. I like I said, my antenna be high when it comes to emasculating, but now it's more sensitive. I understand with women working. And I don't even deal with women that it ain't already understood. You know what I mean? This is what you're going to do. That's what, I don't deal with women like that. I don't take women on dates. Anyways, not in that typical sense. We just hook up, you know what I mean? And literally walk in a park or literally meet somewhere and talk. And, But back then anyway, I bought the first drink. I was like, oh, okay. Bought mine and hers. I was like, oh. I felt bad about it. Like, oh man, it was ego, I ain't gonna lie, but she trying to run a game on me. She want me to pay for the drink. So I was like, you know what, let me I left the day. I said, let me go to the bathroom real quick, you know what I mean? And I left the bitch sitting there, and she ordered another round. I said, yeah, you can order another round, I don't care. So I left her sitting there. You know what I mean? And so, it probably was an a-hole move, but so what? I felt that she was trying to, I probably could have did this better. Now, knowing what I know now, I've been like, look, you know, just come on over, you know what I mean? Bring this, bring some food, bring some liquor, and we just chill, you know what I mean? Something like that. Now, that's what I would say now. But she was, back then, I just left the bra sitting there. You ain't gonna disrespect me, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I paid for a beer, but at the same time, now you sitting there looking stupid. And you left, so she kept... She was like, I can't believe you're such an a-hole. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm busy, But, it was probably... I shouldn't have did that because I wasted my time, you know what I mean? And I should have... Now I know better, right? But I'm just saying, I still got back at it, you know what I mean? So, the point is, this was when I was younger. I didn't know all the, to have all the standards and all that kind of stuff like I got now and a system, you know what I mean? But, oh boy, that was funny. Because she was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God. Yeah, you should be embarrassed. If you was respectable, you're not going to pay that. I was like, pay? I don't know. It just didn't calculate, quite honestly. Because I had been dealing with women, I don't pay, you know what I mean? Like that, really at all. So, or if I did, it's because she had already paid something. Yeah, I mean, she had already paid. So it was like, I'd be looking at who paying. I look at the power dynamic because whoever pays to be with the other person is kind of subject to the other person. You know what I mean? So I always looked at it from a power level thing. But anyways, kind of rambling. But yeah, so now this dude was a gentleman, opened the car door for a 304. You giving gentleman treatment to a 304. This woman proud, I don't know nothing about her, but women like this have been ran through by dudes that they literally just met in a drunken state, literally piped her down, literally behind a bar or club after meeting them or knowing them for literally an hour. I done met chicks and I done did some things, and stuff like similar to what I just mentioned. Chick just don't even know her, but oh, he look good, or man, I had a chick. Well, let me say it like this: she literally kind of, I was kind of drunk, but she literally had this dude buying her drinks all night. The simp dude that was trying. I still remember his face. I was like, dang. And she was like, this guy, he's all in my face, and he just keep buying me drinks. Some blonde, good looking. She was a good looking, skinny broad, and he's buying me drinks all day. He's such annoying. And she wanted me to go talk. Yeah. I'm gonna talk. I don't even know you. I don't even know this chick. I literally came to the bar myself, club myself, and whatever she kept looking at me. I was like, oh, dang, all right. So eventually I went over and talked to her. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hi, I saw you over there. So I was like, all right, yeah, cool. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then I had my own drink, and I was just sitting there chilling. And she went her own way, and she said, I'll be right back. And I was like, oh, yeah, she go flake out. And then she came back with some drinks. I was like, dang, thanks. And so she had it already in her head that she was going to take me home. You see what I mean? And that's pretty much what happened. That is what happened. But man, that was a night. I didn't know her. She was some good-looking, blonde, skinny, white broad. My point is, the other dude was paying for drinks over and over and over, trying to. But then, but she gave me the drink that this dude was paying for. You know what I mean? Like it was. So when I say this stuff, bro, it's like this is why I don't have a lot of respect for thoughts, because they act one way with one dude and they act another way with another dude. Y'all see what I mean? So it don't pay to be the dude pursuing her, man, and doing all this gentleman stuff. Be nice, friendly, and all that, but look, you gotta have standards. And when she disrespectful like that, nah, that's not acceptable. You an hour late? Nah, I don't put up with that. You know what I mean? You know, you look, man, you better get when you on. This is my time. When you on your way, or whatever, you need to be in communication and let me know what's going on. You get running. I don't put up with that. That's a warning. There ain't no second chance for you to disrespect me and waste my time. Nah. So, and then sometimes you might slip, but you got to keep your antennas up, your emasculation antennas, because these women they got a lot of options. They're not like Leticia in Brazil where they have to compete for regular average Brazilian men. No, they're below average women in America who do not have to compete for even dudes who have decent income. They got guys hitting them up with an abundance of attention. Leticia in Brazil, very likely because she has to compete, she don't get the attention. Or Romania or Philippines, they don't get the attention from men that they get in America, bro. It's an environmental game, man. It's a culture game. It's a location game, man. So, but the next level of disrespect, he goes and does the gentlemanly thing and open up the car door for a 304, likely, how she dressed. And she refuses to open the car. She locks him out of his own freaking car, bro. So y'all watch the video. There's so many layers, levels of disrespect, man. And sheesh, man. So when I look at this, the good thing about it is, number one, this exposes her. This is her exposing herself for her degeneracy. She just want to make a joke about this Indian dude that look, y'all, he taking me to the Cheesecake Factory. Child. You know what I mean? That whole sister girl attitude, bull crap. Now the heathen, the men of different races is like, the ghetto gagger ain't worth it. You know what I mean? So she's exposing herself to her lovers. You know what I mean? Pride, arrogance, man. So what's the next level? So he was like, oh, what I did like about the dude is he actually nutted up, and balled up, grabbed his testes and said, you know what, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. It took all that, right? But he was like, so he showed her the restaurant that they were going to go to. And she was like, oh, yeah, that we need to go that one. Call that one. Still bold and commanding and demanding, right? And so a lot of simps would have, because she walks with this arrogance, because simps will obey her. Because they sniffing, seeing if they can get a slice of her. You know what I mean? Because of desperation. So she was like, call that. Let's go to that one. Yeah, let's go to that restaurant. He was like, nah, I'm not doing it. No. So he finally grabbed his testicles and said, no. The word that women, what? Western women don't ever hear. What? You see her body language when he said no. Right? Huh? No? Huh? She don't ever hear no. The Brazilian dudes, man, they be treating, man, look, no. You know what I mean? You Philippine dude, they got options, man. Average Filipino dude, average Brazilian dude, they got options. And these good-looking women, no, we ain't doing this. Nah, we ain't doing that. In America, you have a dude who is in shape, who do have money, still don't get respect. Who millionaire? Will Smith, still don't give her no respect from his woman. She tell him no. Come on, man. So what I'm saying is a lot of American women don't hear the word no. You know what I mean? This is why they like a-holes, so to speak, and bad boys, because the bad boy got options. He go tell her no, or he got options. You know, he's higher level, and she has to look up to him. But somebody who's placating and simping on her, she's looking down at him because he's looking up at her. Power and levels, brothers. And so he finally balled up and said, nah, I'm gonna take you home. This is enough. See, he ain't dealt with a BAW, you know what I mean? He ain't used to dealing with no BAW. Usually the BAW is put on the act as though they soft and demure for the other races of men. But in this case, she balled up and she broke the race crossing code, you know what I mean? She's supposed to be feminine and put on that act. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to be acting like you do with a black man with these other races of men, you know what I mean? So that right there show you that the BAW ain't got no respect for us, you know what I mean? But she's supposed to show respect for her non-black lovers. But even her lovers are despising her. Y'all see what I mean? So I looked at this video. It's pretty dope, man. Pretty freaking dope, man. It's funny. She's exposing herself. You ain't got to go looking for dinosaur bones or paleontologists, I think is what it's called. You got to look in the deep crevices of the cave that, deteriorated thousands of years ago. That you might find a stegosaurus bone or shell. You have to dig far and deep and wide and far away in a land far away, and you might find a fossil. No. You ain't got to go on no search mission to find this feminist degeneracy. They put it on a silver platter for you to see on World Star Hip Hop, on TikTok, and on YouTube. They record themselves doing this degenerate behavior. So now, because they have created a catalog of this stuff, and a lot of brothers, for therapeutic purposes or just to poke fun at it because it's funny, we create content and say, see, this is why brothers, younger brothers, and just brothers in general, you need to beware of the feminist Western woman as well, more specifically, precisely, of the BAW, because of look what she does. Look what she proudly does, because she fears zero repercussions. And me as a father, I couldn't ever see myself telling my sons you need to get a black American woman, Why? So you can destroy yourself. This is the mentality that you're going to be linked up with. I love my children. If I didn't love them, I said, yeah, give it the BAW. If I didn't care down the bottom, I said, yeah, sure. Marry the BAW. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah. It'll be good for you, Nah, because I care about my children. So, as a father, that's what I would want the best for my children. You want a black woman, you want to get her in a culture and environment where she's more conditioned to compete for your attention, and more so, the odds will be built in your favor, And it was very refreshing talking to a dude from Africa. I think it was Gambia. I forgot, man. Very cool dude, man, and he was here to make his money. And he was like, what he want to do is move back to his home country so he can have guess what? A self-sustained life with what? Land, chickens, goats, and then be a garden and be more and more self-sustained. And guess what? Be living a simple freaking life. And that's what I find to be more important, man. A simple, cool life, a couple or one or two or three really cool wives or whatever. Peaceful environment, you know what I mean? And not be dealing with mental aikido and mental jujitsu, dealing with these BAWs, man. Aikido, it ain't really a popular martial art. The Aikido, I seen some videos. Was Steven Seagal is one of the teachers of Aikido. Basically, you got to use the other person's momentum against them and do this. If they try to throw a punch, you grab their arm and flip them. You know what I mean? Kind of like judo, but kind of like that. You know what I mean? Use their own momentum against them. I've always been intrigued by martial arts and stuff, and Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is super cool. But that kind of stuff. Use their own momentum and, kind of like Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? Counter punch, you know what I mean? Use their own momentum and their own veracity and their own attack against them, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. When you deal with the BAW, you playing, you fight. It's like a war, bro. Because you gotta be on guard. You be like, okay, she gonna say something emasculating, and it's so in her, and it comes out automatically, and that's why it's best not to really even deal with her, man. I be finding myself still talking to them, dealing with them. Like, man, I gotta stop this, man. But they're everywhere and they be engaging sometimes. It's like, damn, I gotta keep my antenna, you know what I mean, and remember this stuff, man. One of them I know would be choosing up real heavy. I keep getting caught in conversation with her. But yeah, man, you're dealing with them, man. It's like snares and nets and traps that's automatically set up for you. You gotta be careful dealing with her, man, because it's in her to be an emasculating, Willie lynched, tool to mentally break you down and emotionally and to ensnare you. It's really sad, bro. So basically, when you sleeping with the enemy, you know what I mean? Very sad. So, anyways, that's something I was thinking about. Let me see other levels of disrespect that he finally. This is the other thing. When he did, grab his testicles and say, you know what? No, I'm taking you home. And then now the pride oozed. That's why I think this video is authentic, because the BAW ain't that good of an actor. It was very convincing. You know what I mean? So what I mean is she ain't that good of an actor to be doing this skit. I don't think. Because you've seen the facial expressions change and all of the energy kind of change. I think it's all, excuse me. I think it's authentic. So when he changed and said, you know what? No, I'm just going to take you home. She's like, huh? What? She, stutter. So yeah, now she said, well, she changed up. See, when you man up, she changed up. You know what I mean? But he was like, I've had enough. I'm going to take you home and we're done with this. Right. But see, he need a pre-screening process where he don't even deal with that type of woman in the first place. You know what I mean? So as much as you can pre-screen them. But yeah, he was like, when he said, you know what, this date is over. I don't want to do this anymore. She was like, you need to take me to the other restaurant. She boldly and proudly believed that she's going to continue to abuse this guy. So think about what this interaction, if he did take her to a date. It had been this dry, vampiric energy. She don't really like him. So it's just a trick that she got to turn, or a simp that she got to get money out of, you know what I mean, and attention from. And she ain't gonna like to do it anyway, because if she liked him and valued him, she wouldn't be doing this anyways. So luckily for him, he had the balls and didn't go on, continue to get abused by this female. And so now that he manned up and embarrassed her on her own live stream, we done. This relationship is over. This date is done. Now she's like, huh? What? Huh? Fish out of water, glub, glub, right? Well, I can kind of understand now she's understanding of his perspective. Now her facial expressions change. Now she like, maybe Cheesecake Factory ain't that bad. So now she like, switched up on him, and she want to be accommodating and passive now. You know what I mean? It's something I was thinking. It got me to think about, like, even literally the simp, she's like a parasite. No, she is a parasite. And her power comes from her hosts. And because she has an abundance of hosts, an abundance of simps to feed off of, sometimes she don't remember her place. You know what I mean? She's dependent. She's dependent upon male attention, validation. Even these simps have, it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. But even I was about to say the simp has power, but that's not really accurate. Well, the simp does have some kind of power, because the power of their attention. They have the power to not, and they're not going to do this, the reason I even mentioned it. They have the power to not pay attention and to not simp on these females. That would drive these parasites and vampires up. But they're not going to do it, because it's an abundance of simps that give these women, the power. But, like that one saying that if men stop giving women attention and stop taking them out on dates, then women wouldn't know what to do, and they'd get in their right behavior. Yeah, that's why I stopped earlier about what I was about to say, because it's not going to happen. The simp is a simp is a simp is a simp. You know what I mean? And that's why they're going to be what they're going to be. You know what I mean? Some dudes will change, but majority, it's too many simps to overcome. It's like, say, in Brazil, let's say in the Philippines, let's say, like, be in Thailand. I heard in Pattaya, it's like 30 to 20 to 1 when it comes to men. Yeah, I don't know if that ratio is accurate, but in that kind of ratio, bro, and you simping, bro, you was a thorough simp, man. You know what I mean? And that kind of ratio, bro, is completely in your favor. But a simp is a simp is a simp is a simp. If he simp locally, he go primarily be a simp abroad. So it's just, it just is what it is, man. But I looked at the video. It's pretty dope. It was very good teaching too. And I enjoyed seeing it because she exposed herself. And she is not just no one woman she don't just represent herself. She really, 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 really represents the American woman in general, and very directly the BAW and the attitude that goes along with dealing with them. She even put this attitude on a non-black man, showing you that the arrogance is even that more high. The pride is even that more high. You know what I mean? To record. Hey, to record, she done did some degenerate stuff and recorded dealing with black men, you know what I mean? But when she do it with a non-black dude, it's like, wow, this is how they treat it. The white dude's like, hey, this is how they treat us now. Oh, no, Sean Quisha, no, we can't put up with that. She done broke code. And so I think that the video is very interesting because she broke the, what do you call it, crossing the color line code, a swirler code. She broke the swirl code, you know what I mean? So by acting like a black woman, black American feminist woman, you're supposed to act feminine, right? When other races are do. So that's what I got from this video. It was pretty cool. But just as America is falling and being exposed for all of the degeneracy, so is the woman who represents feminism, the BAW, American woman, is being exposed, and her nakedness being exposed. her character, personality, her intentions. You know what I mean? So that's just something I was thinking about, man. I thought about this video a couple of days. I said, man, let me go ahead and make this video. It was a really cool video to see, and a good teaching too. But anyways, brothers, didn't want to make no long video like this, but if you would, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to donate, go ahead and donate using the Cash App in the description. And if you want to donate using Bitcoin, you could do that too, or cryptocurrency. I set that up, but let me see. Also, email me if you want to using the link in the description. Till then, I wish you well, brothers. Peace.